Welcome to C-Motor Today. We're jumping on a motorcycle that carries with it decades of legend and pure off-road spirit, the 2026 Honda XR500R. This is a bike built for riders who don't just ride. They explore, feel every moment, and chase horizons wherever the road or trail dares to take them. If you've ever wondered what it feels like to connect with the ground under you, to feel the engine hum through every terrain shift, or to transform every ride into a memory, the XR500R delivers all that and more. Right from the first shot, the XR500R demands attention. The camera glides over its rugged profile. Long travel suspension, knobby tires ready for dirt and gravel. Purposeful bodywork that says I was born for adventure, and a stance that feels both proud and poised. This isn't a commuter bike or a weekend cruiser. This is a machine built to move, to respond, to endure. It's bold, it's raw. And it's ready as the host steps into frame with his helmet in hand. You can't help but feel the electric anticipation in the air. There's something about the XR500RS presence that feels built for motion, a promise of open trails, dusty tracks, winding back roads, and anything in between. The bike seems to whisper an invitation. Let's go discover. And once you take that first twist of the throttle, you'll know exactly what that means. With a firm press of the starter, the XR's engine rumbles to life with a deep, expressive growl, powerful, poised, and full of character. This is not a mere push-button roar, it's a purposeful, authoritative sound that tells you this machine is alive beneath you. Lives an engine designed to deliver torque where you feel it. Most low-end power for trail climbs, smooth pull through rough terrain, and endurance for long stretches where patience becomes enjoyment. As the tires roll forward and the camera shifts to a dynamic, ground-level follow shot, you see the bike in motion, suspension flexing gracefully over uneven ground, wheel and frame moving as a cohesive unit. This is where the XR500R begins to show its true magic. On dirt, on gravel, on loose trail, it doesn't just cope. It dances every bump, every contour, every subtle shift of terrain. Becomes a note in a rhythm that this bike seems born to play. The long travel forks absorb what lesser machines struggle with. And the rear linkage keeps your confidence high no matter the surface. Riding through narrow forest trails, the host stands on the pegs, letting his body sway naturally with the bike. The XR500R feels light yet grounded, intuitive yet powerful. There's a harmony here between rider and machine that makes every maneuver feel like a conversation. Not a struggle, you lean into a corner and the bike answers. You accelerate out of a rut and it responds with eager torque. This isn't separation between rider and ride, this is unity. Transitioning from rugged trail to winding dirt-back road. The XR500R continues to shine, leaning into sweeping curves. The chassis remains composed and balanced. The engine's steady growl turns into a smooth hum. As you settle into rhythm, each shift, each lean, each shift of weight feels like an extension of your own body's intention. This is where the bike's dual-purpose nature becomes obvious. It's crafted to deliver on both trail prowess and tarmac agility. Without compromise, the ergonomics of the XR500R play a key role in this connection. The seat height, handlebar position, and foot peg placement work in harmony to give the rider a poised posture, commanding yet comfortable. Whether you're standing on the pegs to tackle rough terrain or seated for long highway stretches, the bike keeps you engaged without undue strain. There's a sense of balance here that says, this bike was built for the ride, not just to sit pretty in a showroom. The cockpit is refreshingly focused. A straightforward digital display gives you exactly what you need. Speed gear position, fuel levels, trip meters without clutter or distraction. It's clear, intuitive, and never asking you to look away from what matters most. The road ahead when you're riding a bike like this. Distraction is the enemy. The XR500R keeps your focus on motion, not menus out on wider open country roads. The XR500R enters a different kind of flow. The engine settles into a warm, confident rhythm. The bike feels planted and ready. Not hurried, but purposeful. Lean into a sweeping corner and the balance stays true. Traction, firm suspension poised. Lean out and open the throttle. And the power responds with smooth delivery that feels strong but composed. This isn't about raw speed. It's about precision, confidence, connection. One of the truly remarkable things about the XR500R is how it transitions so seamlessly between environments. Back on paved stretches, the bike doesn't feel out of its element. It feels capable, composed, communicative, and ready. You get a sense of a machine engineered, not to be hemmed in by asphalt or dirt, but to embrace both with confidence. That's the dual-purpose magic at a scenic overlook, where a dusty trail meets tranquil farmland and rolling hills. The host eases the XR500R to a stop. He removes his helmet and takes in the panorama. Quiet fields, distant horizons, and a sense of calm that only a great ride can bring. That moment isn't about arriving. It's about feeling the engine door closes softly, and you realize this bike didn't just bring you to this point. It made every inch of the ride meaningful. For newer riders, the 2026 Honda XR500R is approachable yet rewarding. The power delivery feels smooth and intuitive. The handling feels responsive without being twitchy. This bike doesn't overwhelm you with complexity or aggression. It welcomes you into confidence, skill, and engagement. You learn to trust the bike, and it learns to trust you. That's a remarkable way to ride for experienced riders. The XR500R brings a refreshing blend of precision and spirit. It isn't trying to impress with purely raw figures or high-end electronics. Instead, it impresses by feeling right. It rewards experience with a sensibility that enhances every ride. Corner after corner, mile after mile. It's a machine that doesn't ask you to adapt to it. It adapts to you. The brakes reliable, composed, and predictable offer confidence, whether you're slowing into a tight trail corner or easing into a quiet overlook. There's no sudden grab, there's controlled response, measured and intentional in a bike meant for exploration. That reliability isn't just nice to have, it's essential as afternoon drifts towards sunset, and trails wind through golden light. The XR500R cruises through gently undulating terrain. The engine hums a warm, inviting tone. Tires track confidently. Suspension remains composed. Every second of motion feels alive with experience. There is a rhythm to riding this bike, a cadence that feels natural, engaging, and wholly satisfying. On C-Motor, we celebrate motorcycles that move you physically, emotionally, and experientially. The 2026 Honda XR500R is one of those rare machines that doesn't just take you places, it makes every moment on the way matter. It reminds us that riding isn't just about distance, speed, or technology. It's about connection. It's about being present. It's about feeling alive on two wheels. Wherever your next journey begins, a dusty trail at dawn, a quiet back road under midday sun, or a windswept highway at dusk, the XR500R is ready. It's not just a motorcycle you ride, it's a machine you feel. And from all of us here at C-Motor, thank you for riding along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because the next horizon is already waiting just beyond the next bend, asterisk.